Alright, so something a bit different today. We're gonna hit Outlast. We're gonna do normal. Heads up. I assume YouTube isn't gonna like this, but be aware there is not stuff in here for anyone that is too young. If you're too young, go piss off right now. Still here? Alright, let's go. You're Miles Upshur, an investigative reporter whose ambition is about to earn him an intimate tour of hell on Earth. Always willing to risk digging into the stories no other journalist would dare investigate. You will seek out the dark secret at the heart of Mountain Massive Asylum. Stay alive as long as you can. Report everything. You are not a fighter. To navigate the horrors of Mount Massive and expose the truth, your only choices are to run, hide, or die. Let's begin, shall we?
Department of Agriculture Commissioner Salazar said changing weather patterns were to blame for livestock behavior. Encourage ranchers and breeders to attend this weekend seminar on Beulah Avenue in Pueblo. And if you're out late tonight, you may see some low-flying helicopters near Silverthorne and Leadville. Seems the Arabado Park services will be spraying for an infestation of box elder bugs. But do keep all pets and children indoors between the hours.
Alright, September 17th, 2013. From there to there. Subject, tip, illegal activity at Murkoff. Psychiatric systems. You don't know me. Have to make this quick. They might be monitoring. I did 2 weeks of software console at Murkoff Psychiatric Systems facilities in Mountain Massive. All sorts of NDAs I am very much breaking right now, but seriously, screw those guys. Terrible things happening here. Don't understand it. Don't believe half the things I saw. Doctors talking about dream therapy going too deep, finding something that had been waiting for them in the mountain. People are being hurt and Murkoff is making money. Needs to be exposed. So I have played Outlast Trials. I have not played Outlast, or Outlast 2, or Whistleblower. Objectives are updated in your reporter's notebook tab, containing your notes and picked up documents. NJ, alright. Tab. Objective, investigate Mount Massive Asylum. Notes, documents, alright. Let's see. Oh, that's... Oh, you're getting all the way down. You're not just crouching. You are... Sheesh. That's not just crouch walking, that's crouching all the way down to make sure you aren't seen by nothing. Okay, I recognize this mechanic. Raise the camcorder, do that. Okay, I'm pretty sure I recognize that. So that goes automatically to night vision, not in Outlast Trials. No, that's not the button for that. That's the button you use for the rig. Never mind. Yep, I already figured out how to run. I'm gonna do some investigating out here before I do that. I saw there's a bunch of stuff to complete and achieve. Event recorded. Kind of thought so. Notes are only added. So yes, you want to make sure you have battery life, I'm certain. Okay, no sliding. Didn't think so. Thought I might as well check. Alright. There we go. What do we have? Anything of note around here? Couple of extra batteries. We probably want up through there. Can we find anything else around here? Can we open this door? No. No, it's locked. Alright. No tutorial dialogue for climbing, just I hope you expect how to do it because you've played a similar game. No, nothing. Not an event to be recorded. This is a completely disheveled room. Nothing. Nope, I don't battery training it passively. Nothing down that way? Okay. Did I miss a jump scare? Was there a jump scare on this TV over here? With this static, I kind of assume there was. That is very loud. There's blood. No? Nothing about the blood? Alright. Documents. Nice. Actually, no, I gotta close the door first. Why didn't it let me close it slowly? Oh well. Notes. Mount Mass. I start feeling sick just looking at this place. Mount Massive Asylum shut down amid scandal and government secrecy in 1971, reopened by Murkoff Psychiatric Systems in 2009 under the guise of a charitable organization. Cell phone reception cut off abruptly a mile out, more like a jammer than lost signal. The Murkoff Corporation has a long track record of disguising profit as charity, but never on American soil. Whatever they thought they could get out of this place is to be big. It might finally be the story that breaks them. Alright. I think that's something like, what was the title? Hang on. Title, Project Walrider, Patient Status Report for William Hope. Murkoff Psychiatric Systems, Project Walrider. Mount Massive CO, case number 174. Patient initials WPH Billy. Consultation dated 12/10/14. Initial date of patient consult 2009/04/12. Patient age 19, gender male. Observing physician Dr. Carl Houston. DBNR. I don't know what that means. Therapy status. Patient claims to have progressed to self-directed lucid dream states. Morphogenic engine activity observed at unprecedented scale. Continuing stage 4 hormone schedule. Diagnostics. Spirometry revealed no bronchial accumulation. Heptocrypt centrifuge again failed to separate erythrocytes, maybe? Highly worrisome. MRI revealed arrhythmic REM/NREM cycle. Laughter in NREM state. Interview notes. Billy asked about the status of his mother's lawsuit against Murkoff in the asylum. This represents a catastrophic breach in security. Despite Billy's claims that he discovered the truth in the blood dreams of Dr. Traeger, note the only Traeger on company records, one Richard Traeger, is an executive from MRD. All orderlies and security personnel must be questioned and video security improved to include analytical biometrics. Murkoff Psychiatric Systems, Project Walrider, Mount Massive CO. Alright. I'm not going to guarantee I'm going to read everything because they are very heavily using the medical terms here, it seems. And I'm not going to pronounce nearly all of them enough and know what nearly all of them mean enough. No? Bloody footprints? Nothing, sir? There's someone in there. I'm forced to close that. nothing. You get nothing from that, sir. What kind of journalist are you that you aren't paying any attention? I have once. That door's locked. That door's locked. Alright. Well, I kind of wanted to open that door just because it'd be funny. But I guess not. You are very maneuverable if you can do this, sir. You can turn around like that in here. You must be real maneuverable. Anything unusual? Apparently not. So where's that corpse? There's another one. Okay.
Fight them!
Oh, that's just
Unlock the main doors! No security!
multiple heads on. Oh, that's where the one that was the reaction. I want to double back and make sure that I didn't miss something back here. Oh. This way. Here we go. Yes, we saw corpses. We're seeing lots of corpses. Still not gonna write anything in your little book about the corpses. Really.
Little pig!
Well, hello there.
And who are you, then? I see.
Chapters?
Merciful God, you have sent me an apostle. Guard your life, son. You have a calling.
Little chapter. Okay, so they are in chapters. That's good. So if the game's in chapters, I know that I want to stick to chapter by chapter. I can't tell. If the standard camera uses battery or not. Can't check that. Okay. Stops beeping as soon as I turn off night vision. It is entirely a matter of night vision. It uses it. Good thing I decided to look. I can't tell which way is the way it wants me to go for progression, because I would like to investigate places first. None of this. You don't want to write any of that down, sir. Finally, you've written something down again. Took you that long? Starting to think you didn't have any clue how to do your job. Oh, Barry. Door needs a key card. I think the person went into there. More documents. I have no clue if I'm off base at the moment. Yeah, no prompts. I can't see what that says. Hi, Perry. I recall you from the lore of Outlast Trials. It's north. Generator room. It's flooding down there. That's not great. Okay, so I do need to go the other way. Alright, alright. Oh, I saw something. Nope, I guess not another battery. Okay. Don't quite like that. Not interested in times where I have to go right by them. Inventory, alright. Notes. Witness. I'm already beat all to hell, picking broken glass out of my scalp, a couple of cracked ribs. I'm nearly killed by a deformed giant. Looks like someone tried to start his head with a cheese grater. He throws me through a wall, knocks me unconscious. I wake up and some old man with a face like an alcoholic. Alright then. In a homemade priest outfit, calls me his apostle. Not a job I asked for. There are words scrawled in blood everywhere. I'm getting an ugly feeling in my gut that the priest is writing them and for my benefit. A crowd of broken men watching a dead channel. They look like patients. They survived whatever happened here, but no one's home. Oops, I did not mean to use the battery for that. I meant to look. From the sounds of it, these guys aren't going to do crap. Neither will this guy. Never mind. I guess I was wrong. It's probably to show how you heal. Tutorial. Showing how you heal. Probably. If you even have to heal. Or just a jump scare. Because obviously you have to still pay off Chekhov's gun at that jump scare. He's moving. He's the first guy you see moving. That is just sitting there in your path. Of course he has to do it. look behind my blink. Why would you tell me that? Why would you tell me that? Closing that door. They shouldn't be able to get in because security clearance. In theory. They lie. Showing how to hide. That's great fun. Doors. We're gonna get grabbed here, aren't we? Oh, there's the priest. There goes the power. Yep. Here he comes.
I'll find all yours.
From what I understand, I think I had seen someone mention with this game, it's less likely that you have to do, alright, there's more things. The big guy stalking me, found a patient file for a Chris Walker, ex-military police, several tours in Afghanistan. A lot of the blood in this place is on his hands, but not all of it. Speaking of, Chris Walker, case number 136. Morphogenic engine activity plateaued at roughly 2000 ppm. Unsafe to progress beyond stage 3 hormone schedule. MRI scans consistent with patient's reported dreams. Interview notes: Walker was interviewed in restraints following his self-inflicted mutilations. Restraint had to be altered to accommodate his enormous, extensive dermal eruptions, as consistent with failed morphogenic engine cellular activity. He claims the skin ripped from his forehead allows for a truer way of seeing. Seems to have some boyhood experience with Torah lizards and their parietal eyes, I think. He has expressed anxiety about his flesh, specifically around his lips and nose. Attending orderlies should be advised to watch for further self-mutilation. The mechanical traumas he sustained while serving in Afghanistan seem to be causing problems with the progression of the ME process. His predominant fixation, amplified by therapy, is a manic exaggeration of military security personnel. The continuation of both high chemical and physical restraints is highly recommended. Well, yeah, failed that. I am going to... So I don't think it flashes for you when you're in the next chapter. I'll have to... I guess I just have to determine when is a good point to stop, and I'm going to guess now would be, because I assume we just... No, never mind. Okay, never mind. I did look up where it was just because I want to know when to stop. Anyway, from Helen Grant, subject private writer on site inspection. Dear sirs, the full report pending. No immediate action is required on the part of the Murkoff Corp. The profit potential of Project Walrider remains staggeringly high. The 4 fatalities contain enough ambiguous data to make any litigation, if evidence is correctly managed, impossible. Project Walrider remains a dangerous initiative, and there will almost certainly be further casualties, as with the others. However, family and government interest in the patients is so low as to make any chance of legal actions vanishingly unlikely. Violence among patients is increasing as the morphogenic engine therapy gets closer to producing working models, but a combination of physical and chemical restraints has proven sufficiently effective to ensure continued control and profit. Respectfully, Helen Grant, Murkoff Legal Mitigation Department. He's there. Well, he's over there. I want to be not where he is. My job is to be down in the basement right now. What was that? Literally just the wall right in front of me. And of course, yeah, it's flooded in here. Another document. Why do I should be so close to pick up the battery?
Who's there?
There's water, there's not much chance. Turn on the 2 gas pumps and the main breaker to restart the generator. It's gonna be dark in here. Let's see anyone, but I definitely can't see. Okay, not fair. Standing in the dark, how in the world did he see me? Because of the camera, potentially. That I did not like. Then again, I do not get an indicator, unlike in Outlast Trials when it's safe. MK Ultra Program, CIA document. File, hypnotic experimentation and research. Oh, this talks about what's going on, I presume, in the sleep room. Or at least close to it. On February 10th, on Wednesday, 10 February 1954, hypnotic experimentation research work was continued in Building 13 of the Mount Massive Preserve in Colorado using the following subjects. Post-hypnotic of the night before. Pointed finger, you will sleep was enacted. Mrs. Jackson and Pierce immediately progressed to a deep hypnotic state with no further suggestion. Miss Pierce was then instructed, having previously expressed a fear of firearms in any fashions, that she would use every method at her disposal to awaken Miss Jackson, now in a deep hypnotic sleep. And failing this, she would pick up a nearby pistol and fire it at Miss Jackson. She was instructed that her rage would be so great that she would not hesitate to kill Jackson for failing to awaken. Miss Pierce carried out these suggestions to the letter, including firing the unloaded pneumatic pistol gun at Jackson and then proceeding to fall into a deep sleep. After proper suggestions were made, both were awakened and expressed complete amnesia for the entire sequence. Miss Pierce was again handed the gun, which she refused in an awakened state to pick up or accept from the operator. She expressed absolute denial that the foregoing sequence had happened. So not Outlast Trials, because that doesn't even mention Signola. Battery. Oh, the door opens in. Another battery, that's good. I just don't want to use up batteries too early. So you know someone's roaming around here. That is likely going to drive towards me. Right. I thought there was more space to avoid Why? How? Screw you, sir. I'm not moving, I am in pitch darkness. How the hell are you seeing me? Are you hearing the character breathe stupidly loud? Basically, waste a battery. I wonder if it's because he needed to open that door for me. Do I have to crouch so that they can't see me? Nope! Dude, spawn. Let me through there. It is required that I get moved. And of course you fall. Soft. They even have both their eyes. How would... Piss off. That was extremely ridiculous. This hearing is absurd. Sheesh. Ow. Finally turn off night vision mode for that. More documents I almost missed. I think it said to go back to the security room. Let's see, Mr. Chris over here. Alright, let me gather things. Warrant for seizure. The Murkoff Corp, United States Office. Warrant for seizure case number. In the matter of the seizure of Mount Massive Psychiatric Center, Murkoff Psychiatric Systems, Mount Massive Wilderness Area, County Road 112, Affidavits having been made before the board of directors by Murkoff Hardline Security, who has reason to believe catastrophic security failure of psychiatric center with imminent danger of environment contamination. We are satisfied with the affidavits and testimony established sufficient evidence to require urgent action on the part of MHS and grounds for the issuance of this warrant. You are hereby required to grant MHS full access to all facilities and surrender complete authority to its agents. By acceptance of this document, you and any surviving relatives surrender all claims of litigation against the Murkoff Corp or its subsidiaries for the actions of MHS or the circumstances which require their actions, regardless of responsibility.
Sorry, my son. I didn't want to have to do this to you. But you can't leave. Not yet. There is so much yet for you to witness. Will you see it? Can you? Our Lord, the Wall Rider, tearing his truth into the unbelievers. The only way out of this place is the truth. Accept the gospel. All doors will open before you.
Okay, so it does tell you potentially when you're actually hitting a chapter end. I don't normally edit videos, but if I had a clip of Nate from me, Nate, and Faust playing Left 4 Dead 2, I would be so tempted to throw in a joke of him with the pills from Left 4 Dead 2. Alright. So I did double check just to make sure I remember that notes are only added to your notebook when the camcorder is raised to record events. Yep. Very cool. I assumed that is what it was telling me that for. So I will not look, I roughly know what happens before I had actually bought the game. Because I wasn't sure if I was going to play the game. I will look what the objectives of each chapter is, unless I see a pattern of, that loading screen. But I'm not going to look through what exactly you have to do other than what is the final task. And I mention this because that means this will be the end of that first episode. Rest of the page, lots and lots of writing. More of that. Let's quickly check the notes. Not the one I meant to grab. The priest, Father Martin, brought me here to show me something. Thinks I'm gonna be a witness for whatever crazy he's trying to sell me. This Dr. Vernikik, I think that's how it's pronounced, is at the center of whatever went wrong here, but he died more than 10 years ago. Rest in peace, says the blood on the wall. Alright. Well, I'll see you guys next time. I still need to figure out what in the world I would end up making the thumbnail cosplay Mew to be for these games. I guess maybe Amelia. Maybe Amelia.